Welcome to CCS TV, where we bring you highlights and happenings from across the Coweta County school system. For the week of January 27th, I'm Olivia Rodriguez, a senior at East Coweta High School.
And I'm Ethan Bass, a senior at Newnan High School. We'll take a look at events for the Coweta County school system as we start the new year. First up, a visit from the U.S. Secretary of Education to Coweta County.
Secretary Linda McMahon visited the Central Educational Center on January 16th. Secretary McMahon was invited to tour the facility by Congressman Brian Jack, who had previously visited CEC. Georgia's Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, former Congressman Lynn Westmoreland, Representative Lynn Smith, Senator Matt Brass, and other state and local dignitaries also took part in the tour.
It's really a pleasure, and Mark, thank you so very much for having me and hosting me and taking me around and let me see a little bit of what's going on here at CEC. I've just been so impressed to go into the dental lab. I just finished, the flight simulator course, and just before coming in, sat in the flight simulator. We didn't crash because I turned to the young man who was the pilot and said, "Your aircraft," which means he takes back over the controls. This is an incredibly impressive facility, and this is a model that I would really like to see replicated not only throughout the state of Georgia but around the country. It's one of the things I talk about, and let me just digress for a second, and that I'm really on a tour of all 50 states. I've been to about 27 states now. One of the things that I'm looking at is for K through 12 education, for higher ed, is what are best practices, because the Department of Education does not control curriculum anywhere. But my goal is to visit as many kinds of schools, see as many kinds of programs, and put together toolkits and recommendations.
The CEC's CEO, Mark Whitlock, brought them through the school's dental, machine tool, and aviation labs, in addition to the video production studios and other classrooms to illustrate the unique partnerships and nature of the Central Educational Center's mission in Coweta County. Secretary McMahon, Congressman Jack, and Mr. Whitlock also led a community roundtable discussion on CEC's partnerships and mission, which was hosted and produced by the video and audio production students at the school.
This unique joint venture called Central Educational Center connects local business, the Coweta County school system, and West Georgia Tech for the purpose of helping young people in particular get to higher skills by the time they graduate from high school. And I hope that we've shown you a little bit of that today. And I hope that all of us in this community who have done, this community is incredible, has done great work to put this together and support this for 25 years.
The CEC is the nexus between business and industry and the school system. And it's evolved to a point where it's pretty seamless. We do a lot of listening to make sure that our local business and industry have workers that are ready day one to bring value to those companies. So that's the ad for them. And Mark, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention we're doing all of that with the lowest property tax rate in the metro area because our community demands that. And now what we've seen through the work of the Lieutenant Governor, the Senator, Representative Smith, is we've gone from just career integration to now it's acceleration. We're accelerating students through programs, getting them out at the pace that they want to, and getting them into the workforce earlier so that they can be contributing members to this community much earlier, and we don't want them to leave.
Coweta County Sheriff's Deputy Andy Gore, a school resource officer at Madras Middle School, was recently honored by Piedmont Newnan as their community hero for the month of January. In August, a school maintenance worker was involved in an accident while mowing the school's soccer fields. Deputy Gore quickly responded to his call for help and applied a tourniquet to stop the bleeding until he could be transported to the hospital's emergency room for care. The emergency doctor on call noted that Gore's quick action and training saved the man's life. A ceremony was held at the school on January 8th to honor Gore for his quick action.
Piedmont Newnan created a community growth program to recognize first responders who've gone above and beyond the call of duty, like the deputy we have here today. Their line of work is often unappreciated, and we want to make sure the community is aware of our local heroes and all they do to make our community
Coweta County School System and the Coweta County Sheriff's Office provide extensive training for employees to respond to emergency medical situations, including how to correctly apply tourniquets, CPR, and other life-saving techniques.
Coweta County's annual spelling bee was held on January 15th. Jude Layton of Lee Middle School was this year's champion.
If you spell it correctly, this would be a championship word. Your word is forgeable.
Can you repeat that for me, please?
Forgeable.
Sentence, please.
The heated metal was forgeable.
Forgeable.
Believe I heard that correct? And that is correct. You are our champion for this evening.
Followed by second place competitor Sarah Baptist of Madras Middle School. Layton and Baptist were among 28 contenders at this year's county spelling bee at the Nixon Center, made up of school bee winners from Coweta's 19 elementary and middle schools.
Coweta County's student nominees for the 2026 Georgia Governor's Honors Program were honored on January 15th. The nominees, sophomores and juniors from East Coweta, Newnan, and Northgate High Schools, and the Central Educational Center were recognized at a breakfast program held at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts. The nominees now move on to interviews and auditions for the prestigious state program.
This is a very exciting day as we get to celebrate your nomination for the Georgia Governor's Honors Program. If you're not familiar with the program, Governor's Honors Program is a residential summer program where rising juniors and seniors who've expressed a talent in a specific area are able to participate through a summer learning program that offers instruction that is significantly different from what they experience in the typical high school classroom. It's designed to provide students with academic, cultural, and social enrichment necessary to make sure they are prepared to become the next generation of global critical thinkers, innovators, and leaders.
The Coweta County Board of Education met for their regular monthly meeting on January 13th. The board elected officers for the new year, including reappointing Buzz Glover as chairman and Rob DuBose and vice chair of the board. Among other business, the board heard an update on participation by Coweta's certified teachers in the Georgia's Best program. The unique program, which is conducted in partnership with the University of West Georgia, offers selected certified staff members with free advanced degree training in exchange for teachers' commitments to continue in Coweta's classrooms and schools.
As part of our ongoing focus on teacher recruitment, development, and retention, I would like to provide a brief update on our participation in Georgia's Best program and its impact on workforce stability within the Coweta County school system. In December, we celebrated a significant milestone with 25 Coweta County teachers successfully graduating from the Educational Specialist Program through Georgia's Best. This accomplishment reflects both the dedication of our educators and the district's continued investment in growing and retaining high-quality instructional staff. Georgia's Best remains a key component of our teacher retention strategy by providing structured support, mentoring, and access to advanced professional learning opportunities. The program helps strengthen instructional capacity while encouraging teachers to remain and grow within our district.
I believe with those 25 December graduates, that brings the total number of Georgia's Best graduates across the district, teachers that have gotten advanced degrees, to 175. That represents just over 10% of our certified teaching workforce. Remember, for our commitment to them and our support in that advanced degree, they in turn commit to stay with us for 5 years and help a stated board goal, which is teacher retention and succession planning. So it's been a tremendous partnership so far. I don't mind mentioning to you this evening that we are already working on design of the next phase of Georgia's Best with the University of West Georgia.
That brings us to a close for today's show. Thanks so much for joining us.
CCS TV will return to you to bring you stories from the Coweta County school system. Until the next time, thanks for joining us.
Thank